Why, hello there. We're trying this again here. I had just come on here and I was getting some rotation issues with the phone. So, hi, my name is Nemo Ashong. It's an absolute pleasure to talk to you. I'm the pioneer leader of the World Joy movement, and really, pioneer leadership is really what I'm focused on. And it encompasses a lot of things. It encompasses possibility, inclusion, authenticity, innovation, empathy, energy, relationships, and strengths. And I have to be honest with you. Over the last few months, things have been great for me. I haven't been on Facebook Live or shared a message in a while. And to be honest, in that time period, things have been going really well. I've lined up more clients and more clients that are that inspire me and challenge me to a degree that I haven't been before. I am creating new content, and I'm working on new teams and bringing more people into work with me, and that's been absolutely fantastic. The part of it that hasn't been fantastic, and the part of it that made me come on here today, is that through all of this here, I feel that I've been hiding. Through all of this year, I feel that I've been hiding. I've been hiding from you all, and the reason for that is that at a certain point, I really stepped in and said, okay, wait, this is what enjoyment is, this is what world joy is, this is what pioneer leadership is, this is what unapologetically you is. Like, I need to come out here and really, have my expertise out here. I have to come out and make sure that it's easy for each of you to be able to understand what I'm saying. I have to make sure that I am able to communicate myself in a way that every single one of you is able to understand. And I think in doing so, it's been an important process, and I'm really happy that I've been going through it to be able to be here in this way and to be able to consistently work on really being able to take the things that are in my mind and helping it translate for you and anyone else that's out there. But I realized about 20 minutes ago, I just had to charge my phone because it was dying. I was like, I want to get out there, but I actually wrote down some notes, which is new for me, and I needed to charge my phone because I needed to come out here and really, really reconnect with you all. See, what I realized is that I do want to make sure that you understand things. I do want to make sure that I'm there for you. And these Facebook Lives may not be the best medium for that. There are different things I have with my emails. There's different things I have with my communities. There are different types of the podcasts that's coming back where I'm interviewing other pioneer leaders to really see what is it like for them and how do they navigate and lead their way through being different, lead their way through going against the status quo, to create a team, create a business, create a life that looks different than the majority of people around them. So I'm excited for all these things, and all these ways are going to have many ways of me being able to show up and be able to package information in a way that is just clear and easy for you to understand. However, the Facebook Lives, I feel like they've been serving a different purpose. That purpose has been for me, to be honest. My purpose has been for me to really continue to grow in my leadership and making sure that I am authentic and in integrity. I don't when I say authentic, I really, really mean powerful. And to me, power right now, in today's day and age, it's defined differently than what it was in the past. In the past, power had a certain way of being, a certain way of going about things, where there were leaders who can then disseminate what needed to come out, and that was power. Holding off on information, that was power. Nowadays, if we can just go on Google and find it, it's like information is not power anymore. Knowledge is not power anymore. And what I posit when I share to the world is that the real power now is vulnerability and authenticity. However, while I was hiding, without being out here, I kind of lose that. That vulnerability aspect. I just got a 10% warning, so I didn't charge my phone enough. So I'll just get to it because I need to be out here again. I'm going to read to you something that got me out here. That was posted by Brian O'Kelly, but it was really from Brene Brown. That's under an article around the midlife unraveling. We are torn between desperately wanting everyone to see our struggle so that we can stop pretending, and desperately doing whatever it takes to make sure that no one ever sees anything except what we've edited and approved for posting. The midlife unraveling, just a little quote there, a little excerpt from Brene Brown there. this thing, the word pretended jumped out at me. I was like, because earlier today I was also watching a video, and in this video there was some live coaching taking place, and someone said something about a co-partner of theirs, and he said she has an amazing ability to make the parts of people that feel awkward and weird totally loved and accepted. And there are so many people out there who are hurting and pretending to be someone who they are not, and she makes it okay for them to stop pretending. I heard that. I stopped what I was doing. I rewound it. I listened to it again. And then I rewound it again and listened to it again. Then I wrote it into my Evernote. Then I sent the person that he was talking about, her name's Christina. I sent Christina a message, and I was like, you don't know me. My name is Nemo. And yet, at the same time, I feel we're kindred spirits. When I heard this here, I feel we're on similar missions. So there's one more thing that has come up for me around pretending that I think I want to make sure I share and just put it all out there. And this one came to me as a potential breakthrough that Varian Brandon shared with me. I'm going to the Rich Lippin Intensive in about a week now and I'm going to be on the leadership team this time around. I'm ready to step up and serve my community in a different way. And I look at that not as a coaching intensive, but as a leadership intensive. That's really where I get to go into deeper levels of my own leadership. And Varian came out and she saw something that I just thought was really interesting. She said, Nemo, your breakthrough, as I see it, it could be, you can stop trying now. You are it. You don't have to try. I want to thank you, Varian. I'm not sure if I said Varian Brown or Varian Brandon, so I'm going to make sure I give props as it is. Varian Brandon, I want to thank you for that there, because I think there's this aspect here, this level of pretending. It's like, okay, I'm leading this business, things are going well. I work with clients that are really up to big things in the world, that are senior leaders of their organizations, that are CEOs and entrepreneurs that have done great things with their business already, and they're looking to take things to the next level. I work with people who consistently tell me that they're able to get to 90% of the solution on their own, and they come to me because they need that last 5 to 10%, that someone to question the way that they're thinking, someone to help them see new perspectives. Like that's the game that I play. And I think that there was a part of me that was like, if I come out here on Facebook Live and I'm either overly excited or I am just kind of like, this new raw energy is coming through me, it will come off as I don't know, just someone that you couldn't trust from a business perspective. And I guess my general thing here is like, if that's the case, if you can't trust me because I'm being vulnerable and authentic, then my friend, we are good right now. We are good. This is how I have to be. This is how I choose to be. And for those people who are ready and willing and excited for my ability and all the things that I bring to the table, including just coming out and being real with you all, then great. We have a wonderful future ahead of us. But I heard Dan Sullivan, a strategic coach, say this. He's like, I'm an entrepreneur. I don't have time. I don't have time to try and make you feel good. Like, there's work that needs to get done. I'm glad that I can do it with a smile on my face. I'm glad that I can do it with by coming here live with each of you. But quite frankly, I'm just going to do whatever is necessary for me to really be able to show up for you. And part of that is just being here. Part of that is sharing the struggles and things like that. So I'm not sure where I am in terms of my phone percentage. So I'm just going to share with you a few things that I wrote down. And it's interesting for me to just write it down before I come on here. Usually I'm just like, all right, let's just go. But there's some things I wanted to say, things I would say. So you see, I'm bringing in both of these things. I'm bringing in structure and that raw just-in-timeness. So, maybe I'm getting all that I want in this one video. All right, so I need to share with you what I do want Facebook Lives to be for me from now on. I want it to be a place where I can just be. I can just be and be real. I don't have to be, I don't know, for some reason the word professional comes out, but it's not that. It's not unprofessional, but I don't have to be put into a box of how this should look, how Nemo should look like, I'm just going to leave it at that. I want to come here, I'm going to be, and I'm going to be real. There are going to be other places where if you want to learn from me, go to them. You're actually going to probably learn more from these Facebook Lives than you will with me trying to teach you any specific topic. Because if you're really one of my pioneers, you're amazing. You're already able to do all the things. Tactics aren't the real issues for you. It's how you see your world. It's your perspectives. It's the limiting beliefs that you have on yourself that will that actually make a difference between whether or not you take action. I had a great conversation with Grace from the Chain School yesterday, and the entire time there, she was telling me things about online business that I knew. That I've been involved in online business for years. I had just gone off and done something different when I really focused on coaching, and now I'm bringing that element back into my business. And she was like, you know all this stuff, Neems. She called me Nemo, but you know all this stuff, and it was true. But my hang up was, okay, am I going to have to completely change things around? I just had some limiting beliefs around it. Am I going to have to spend all my time alone writing emails, and so on and so forth? And those were limiting beliefs I had. And in our conversation, that's what moved. It wasn't that I needed to know how to make a perfect funnel. That's not the case. It wasn't that I needed to know how to use MailChimp or ActiveCampaign or Infusionsoft. That stuff is easy to find. What I needed was a mindset shift. And through our conversation, we got there. So I say this here because some people might watch this here, and just in watching this here, just in me showing up in this way, you'll have something that you can use for yourself when you're finding yourself pretending and you're finding yourself hiding. And that's wonderful. And if not, that's also wonderful. Thank you. I appreciate you letting me be out here and do my thing. So what I want from Facebook Lives is for this to be a place where I can share my wins, my struggles, my failures, to help myself and to help others. And I think part of me when it came to Facebook Live was like, I'm talking a lot about me here. And I was struggling with that. I'm like, how do I make this about everyone else? And I think that there'll be times when it is about everyone, and there'll be times where it is for me. And I'm just not going to lean into both ends of that. What I want from Facebook Lives is for it to be a place where I can lead from example on what I believe power truly is nowadays: vulnerability and authenticity. I say that I help leaders who are on the next frontier of leadership, who are ready to be the pioneers that show us what the next era of leadership looks like. It doesn't look like what we've seen up until this point. And to really be able to do that, part of that is be able to create the space, create the context for other people to be amazing, because things are changing just so rapidly in our world, from the markets that we're in, from the workplace that we have. When I hear people talk about the future of work, this is a place that we're looking at a future that's unknown, that's uncertain, that is rapidly changing, and the traditional style of leadership is not going to cut it. So, for me, to really be powerful as a leader, to really influence as a leader, right now what you need is vulnerability and authenticity. And so I'm going to be showing that and bringing that for myself through these Facebook Lives. There'll be other places where I'm more in other ways, but, well, chances are, to tell you the truth, the reason I want to do this, what Facebook Live means to me, is for me to be in integrity. I thought to myself, well, maybe I'll come off one way in the public Facebook Lives, and then I'll go another way in my community, so that not everyone needs to hear my struggles, not everyone needs to hear me trying to figure it out. It just seems like more work for me. For what reason? I'm not down for that. So, I'm just going to be in integrity with Nemo, and that's what I want. So. What I also want from Facebook Live is for it to be a place where I can find my voice, where I can help others do the same, and then also strengthen it. I am in a wonderful position where I'm creating something new. I have conversations with people, and in the middle of conversations, there are new frameworks that are coming up. There are new stories that I share with you all. This is how my process is. And through the process of this, I'm developing my voice. I'm understanding where I am. And it's these things that make it easy when I get asked to lead and facilitate a leadership training or speak on stage about whatever different topic the conference needs. It's through this experience that I really get a chance to hone that voice. I don't write blog posts. I do Facebook Lives. This is what I'm doing right now. This is where I am. So I think it's important for me to come out and put that out there, knowing that there are other means, there are other times where either this can be repurposed by others to put it into a blog post for you. I get other people have different demands on their time, or there are other ways that I'll be supporting you through the podcast, through the community, through the live coaching sessions that I'm doing for pioneers, so that we can work and see how other people are exploring those mindsets, how they get over their challenges, and how they can see their world from a different perspective and take action on things that they already know that they want to do and also know how to do, right? It's a completely different ball game when we're talking about the types of challenges that these multi-passionate, multi-talented, empathetic, and energetic leaders face. And so I need to show up that way myself. So what I don't want to do when it comes to Facebook Live is to script it, to tell you how to live your life, to get it right. I have no intention anymore of ever getting it right. I'm just going to be, and we'll just see what happens. To try and teach a class on this, that could happen, but that's not like my intention, you know. This is it came to me a little bit later on, but what I doubt I'll do on Facebook Live is be brief. I'm like, oh, can I get like a 10-minute Facebook Live? At sometimes, sure, it will happen, but like that's like I'm playing this game from a different place, and also to be like super targeted, to be super streamlined in my communication. I want to have the space to just allow the real stuff to be real. I want to have that space here, and it's actually interesting. I had one more note over here. Let me read what it said. All right, cool. And it was very funny because I'm like, I want to have the space to be real and all that, and I could feel having those note cards kind of keeping me down a specific path. I'm happy that I had it. I'm happy I got a chance to organize my thoughts, and I'm absolutely thrilled that I can come out here and just be real with you. I'm absolutely thrilled that I can just choose to be. And here goes the thing. This is probably the number one thing out there that you should know. None of y'all did anything to make me feel that I couldn't show up. No one sent me something that said, hey, Nemo, your Facebook Lives suck. Or, hey, Nemo, like, you're taking up too much time on my end. Or, hey, Nemo, you're really confusing me on your Facebook Lives. No one said that, you know. Yes, I am working on my ability to make information more accessible to people. But that's Facebook Lives and beyond, you know. That's a skill set that I'm developing overall. So no one actually told me that. It was just something that, in my mind, I thought I needed to do. And until I got it right, I didn't want to show up on Facebook Lives. I'll be honest, I did not want to show up. It's like, until I have a new way of approaching this, I don't think I should show up here. And it just, something was really missing for me. And I was writing today. I'm building out the rest of the business model and really introducing the podcast and the other ways that I'm supporting you all. And I realized, I'm like, well, what is Facebook Live for me? Well, Facebook Live is for me. You know, it's my opportunity to come out there and to share with you all whatever I'm feeling in that moment, whether it's fun, whether it's sadness, whether it's serious, whether it's exuberance. I'm a real person who's going through and doing something that is incredibly challenging for myself, but feels incredibly rewarding. And I want to make sure that along the way there, I'm not just giving you the snippets of it, the slivers of it, because quite frankly, I want to be in integrity with myself. And there's no reason, if that was the case, there would be no reason why you should choose working with me over working with anyone else. Because quite frankly, most people show up in a way where they only polished, where it's only high quality, and when everything's already been decided as to how it should be. That's not my game. That's not the skill set that I'm developing. That's not the leadership that I lead. It's not the way I show up in the world. And I appreciate you all, really just being here. This is part declaration. This is part reaffirmation. And this is part calling myself out on the way that I've been playing the game. And instead now showing up from a place of being fully in integrity, fully myself, and just being here and knowing that this is whatever it's going to be. I appreciate you. I know that you're fantastic. I'm looking forward to what comes next. Go forth to your next frontier. Take care.